What's happening here? Don't give me that crap. This is my spot. I paid for it, so it's mine. I'm the one who paid for the spot. Look, I've even got the permit for it, so stop lying to me and the moose. May I ask what the problem is? Perhaps we can help. There seems to be some question over which of these two gentlemen gets control of this area to set up a stall. The young merchant over there is a local, while that merchant wearing the suit is from the capital. So they're both claiming the same spot. How odd. Permits for the market are issued by the province's ruling lord. Oh, so for Celtic that would be... Wait, for Celtic it would be... Wait, the ruling lord of Celtic, wasn't it... Jesus' father? Not sure. This isn't good. We must stop them. Who are you? Hand me at once! I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but violence isn't going to solve anything. You both need to calm yourselves. You've been worked into a rage. Ugh. Bah! Don't tell me I need to choose the correct one. Like, we have no evidence whatsoever. Or hints. What are you, high schoolers? This has nothing to do with you meddling kids. We're having a mature discussion here and I'll thank you not to interfere. Right, mature. Since when has grabbing a person by the neck been considered mature? If you truly intend to have a mature discussion, perhaps you should try acting more like adults. What did you say to me? He's just a kid. We're students from Thors Military Academy. We're currently visiting this town on a field study. And while we are not yet formal members of the army, I'm afraid we cannot simply walk by and ignore a fight in such a public place. A military academy? What you haven't heard of, Thors? So they're a bunch of soldiers in training. Old man's voice. What an odious name is happening here? Who's that? Oh, now look what you've done. Manager Otto. They know each other. I've been filled in on what happened. I understand both of you have a permit for the same stall, is that correct? Yeah. And both permits expire at the same time too. What's the meaning of this? I understand your concerns, but fighting over it here is greatly inconveniencing the other customers. I'll be happy to discuss the matter in private, but I'll need to ask you both to put your differences aside until it's been resolved. Okay. I guess. Well, that was a close one. Seems like everything's going to be just fine now. Yeah, I guess he's the guy in charge. I really appreciate the four of you stepping in to help. Although I suppose I should expect no less from the infamous Class VII I've heard so much about. You've heard of us? Oh. How do you know about Class VII? My name is Otto. I'm the manager here of the Celtic's Grand Market. I have some things to discuss with you if you'd be so kind as to come along. I'll treat you to some tea. Interesting. Is this part of the field study, I wonder? Did Sarah plan this all along? Oh, they both got a spot. Oh wait, he's not happy about it. So, you were responsible for choosing our assignments? Oh! Indeed. Principal Van Dyke is an old friend of mine, you see. He asked me to personally select a few tasks that you might be able to complete. Well, that was nice of him. We appreciate your consideration as well. Oh, Oh, it was no trouble at all. Likewise, I'm grateful to you for taking some troublesome tasks off my hands, and I can't thank you enough for your help at the market. If you hadn't been there, I imagine someone would have wound up getting hurt. I'm just glad we got there when we did. So both merchants will be taking turns using the same stall at the front of the market? That's right, both of the permits are genuine, but their merchandise and temperaments don't lend themselves to sharing a space. Wait, but how come that they have both permits for the same place? There seems to be an error. Eventually they agreed to a compromise where they would each make use of the front stall on alternate weeks. The other stall we reserved is near the back of the market, however, so whoever's relegated there will likely see far lower sales numbers. That's better than nothing, I guess, but still really unfortunate. I must admit, I do find this whole matter rather perplexing. To my knowledge, the issuing of market permits is the sole responsibility of each province's ruling lord. For a mistake such as this to have been made in the first place raises some rather unpleasant questions. That's true. It's a lord's duty to control the flow of goods. If he can't handle it, the local economy could really suffer. Quite right. Ordinarily, that responsibility would fall upon the Duke's household. The Duke? The Kreuzen province is ruled by Duke Erebonia, one of the 4 most powerful nobles in the entire country, but lately the situation surrounding the Duke's household has been getting a bit complicated. How so? A few months ago he increased the sales tax for our market rather significantly, and with a larger percentage of the profits being taken from them, the merchants have begun to get rather desperate. Fights like the one you saw earlier are becoming more and more commonplace. I see. Sales tax is something which should not be raised without careful consideration. History has shown us how damaging such actions can be. I've never heard of anything like that happening in the capital. Have you tried raising objections to the increase? Of course, I've even gone to Barrier Heart numerous times to petition the Duke personally, but they always just drive me away. This has been going on for roughly 2 months now. If that's the case, the mix-up with the permits may be more than just an accident. Are you suggesting they might be getting careless when dealing with the market? Or maybe they're deliberately trying to cause problems? I don't think it's a good idea to jump to conclusions, but I will say that before all this began, the soldiers in the guardhouse absolutely would have intervened in a scuffle like that. Oh? Unlike the Imperial Army, a provincial army's main priority is maintaining the status quo throughout their territory. So mediating arguments which threaten the status quo should absolutely fall within the scope of their duties. Correct. It seems that unless we accept this tax increase, they intend to turn a blind eye to the market. What, you have the choice to accept it or not? The commanding officer at the guardhouse has even made comments suggesting as much. That's not right at all. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking about matters like this with you. It is strictly an internal affair to be dealt with among us merchants. You have no reason to concern yourselves with it. You need to be focused on your field study. And I'll have a new list of menial tasks for you tomorrow morning as well. Oh boy. You will? So, you were asked to prepare some for each day of our visit then? That's right. I've got a few difficult ones in mind too, but I'm sure you're up for them. Or at least I hope you are. Don't worry, we are. We'll do our very best to meet your expectations. Interesting. Like, what is the army even doing? The provincial army? nice house you've got here. Very tradish. That all sounds really unfair. Yeah, I agree. Provincial lords have the duty and the right to decide upon and collect taxes in the regions they control, and as long as that remains the case, there's not really much the general populace can do to stand against them. I'm reluctant to comment on how others choose to rule their own territories, but harassing one's people like this seems clearly inappropriate. I've heard many rumors about the current head of House Erebonia. The current head is Juicus' dad, right? So couldn't we ask Juicus for some help here? I doubt there's anything he could do. Among the nobility, decisions made by the head of the house are absolute. And since the Erebonias represent one of the 4 great houses, that old tradition is absolutely guaranteed to be alive and well. The Emperor himself is probably the only one with more power than the heads of the 4 great houses. Guess that's a no then. I see you're all busy mulling things over. Excellent, excellent. Sarah? Have you finished drinking? Instructor Sarah, what brings you here? I figured it was about time for me to get going. Group B is not getting anything done as expected, so I'm off to help sort them out. Oh, so are you saying we're doing better than Group B? Not that it's a competition. What? You're going to see Group B now? The town of Parm is a considerable distance from here. No, you let me worry about that. You 4 are perfectly capable of looking after yourselves anyway, right? Put your heads together and think, and I'm certain you'll see what you need to do. Are you saying we should follow up on this? I'd just be with you. I'll be looking forward to your report. Wait, is she saying we should look into this matter? I can't believe it. It's as though she knows exactly what's going on. Even though she spent the whole day drinking at the inn, can she read minds or something? I'd suggest we return to our room and rest for the night, just in case. In any case, we still have our reports to write, so an early dinner seems wise. Yeah, you're right. I'm so tired. Me too. I feel like I'm going to fall asleep at the dinner table without even making it to my bed. Wait, are we just going back, really? Early dinner and write our reports? Reports. They sound really boring. Can we actually buy stuff here? Oh, yes. What do you sell? Prevents confuse, prevents faint. Interesting. Hold on. Who still needs accessories? Everyone could use another accessory. Oh, I don't have money. Never mind. I take part in the spring market every year, but never before have the taxes been this sky high. Just what in the world is going through Duke Erebonia's mind? This is a form of tyranny, if you ask me. It's cowardly. I can't exactly say that in front of those provincial army guys, however. Yeah, it would have been great for Juicus to be here, but he's not. Something according to Sarah's plans, perhaps? Alright, let's go. Let's go back. Weathercock Inn.
ごちそうさま。さすがに野菜とか新鮮で美味しかったね。
ああ、さすがに地の物の料理は違うな。
ライ麦を使ったパンもなかなかの美味だった。
こんな楽しみがあるなら特別実習も悪くないけど、今頃 B 班のエマたちはどうしてるのかしら。
そうだな。こんな風に一緒にテーブルを囲んではいなさそうだけど。
Why do you say that? I mean, it's late.
そうだね。
A shock if they were? Oh, you mean because Makias and Juices have this feud going on?
本当、僕たち7組ってなんで集められたんだろうね。どうもアークスの適性だけが理由じゃない気がするんだけど。
What other reason could be there?
それは間違いあるまい。それだけならば今日のような実習内容にはならぬだろうしな。
I mean, today's field study tasks did serve little purpose, didn't they?
どうやら私たちにいろいろな経験をさせようとしてるみたいだけど、どんな真意があるのかまでは現時点ではまだわからないわね。
そうだな。
あんまり深く考えずにやってみたら。どうやら何かを見つけようと少し焦ってるみたいだけど、まずは飛び込んでみないと立ち位置も見出せないわよ。
士官学院を志望した理由が同じというわけでもないだろうし。
士官学院への志望理由、
その発想はなかったわね。
私の場合は単純だ。目標としている人物に近づくためといったところか。
The goal? A person? Your goal is a person?
目標としてる人物？
それが誰かはこの場では控えておこう。アリサの方はどうだ？
そうね、いろいろあるんだけど自立したかったからかな。ちょっと実家とうまくいってないのもあるし。
そうなのか。
その意味では僕は少数派なのかな。もともと士官学院とは全然違う進路を希望してたんだよね。
Oh?
あら、そうなの？
確か音楽系の進路だったか？
Okay.
ほう。
Music and military are quite different.
まあそこまで本気じゃなかったけど。リーンはどうなの？そういえば今まで聞いたことなかったけど。
俺はそうだな。
Now it's interesting.
自分を見つけるためかもしれない。
That seems like such a generic answer.
いや、別に大層な話じゃないんだ。あえて言葉にするならそんな感じというか。
いいじゃない、かっこよくて。自分を見つけるか。
あなたがそんなロマンチストだったなんて。
Romanticist?
ちょっと意外だったわね。
変なことを口走ったな。
Laura is like ... So, you want me to wake you up at 6 tomorrow, right? Oh god, 6 in the morning? Yes, please. We only have until tomorrow evening, so we need to get an early start. We really appreciate it. Not a problem at all. Have a good night. Good night.
Ah, あとは今日一日のレポートがあるのか。
Oh yeah, the reports, I forgot
この
about
ままベ
those.
ッドに倒れ込みたいけど、そういうわけにもいかないわね。
She seems to have forgotten all about the room situation, and I'm not about to remind her. She will be reminded of that eventually.
リン、
Laura.
どうしたんだ？
迷いもあったが、やはり聞いておこう。
Oh,
そなた、どうして本気を出さない？
hold back. What do you mean?
そなたの剣、そして立ち筋、八葉一刀流に間違いないな。
Eight leaves, one blade.
あ、
剣戦、ユン・カーファイが起こした東方剣術の集大成とも言うべき流派。開伝に至った者は断りに通ずる達人として剣聖とも呼ばれるという。
詳しいんだな。帝国ではほとんど知られていない流派のはずなんだけど。
我がアルゼード流は古流ながら他の流派の研究も欠かしておらぬ。それに父に言われていたのだ。そなたが剣の道を志すならば、いずれ八葉の者と出会うだろうと。
光の継承が光栄というか恐れ多いというか。
He just said you would eventually meet one of them. Did not even acknowledge. I mean, didn't even say anything positive about them.
俺はただの書伝止まりさ。確かに一時期ユン老師に指示していたこともある。
What? You trained under the creator of the style? That's a big deal.
だが剣の道に限界を感じて老師から修行を打ち切られた身だ。だから別に手を抜いてるわけじゃないんだ。八葉の名を汚しているのは重々わかっているけど。
Oh, wow.
これが俺の限界だ。誤解させたのならすまない。
Laura doesn't believe me.
そなた自身の問題だ。私に謝る必要はない。いい稽古相手が見つかったと思ったのだがな。
Oh, I guess she believes me.
あ、
少し外で素振りをしてくる。悪いが先にアリサたちとレポートをまとめていてくれ。
I mean, we can still train together. I mean, I can still be your sparring partner. Or is she saying she looks down on me because I dropped out? She doesn't even want me as a sparring partner anymore. That's sad.
いろいろあるみたいね。何か抱えているような顔はたまにしていたけど。
アリサも気づいてたんだ。なんだかんだ言って結構気にしてたみたいだね。
Elliot, please.
それは謝るチャンスを伺ってて、別に意識してたとかそういうのじゃないんだからね。
でも何かを抱えてるのは誰だって同じなんじゃないかな。君だってそうじゃないの？
Oh.
それは確かにそうね。
Oh, wow, Elliot.
おっと、ランクアップしたわね。ご褒美をあげなきゃね。明日
Information.
も期待してるわよ。
Sunday. Field Study Day 2. Here are your tasks for the day. The market manager left them with me. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Menial tasks again. A monster, that's good. Large ferocious monster on the West Highway. Swordar, stone bridge leading to Heimdallr on the West Celtic Highway. Lost wallet. Yesterday I found a wallet on the floor in front of my stall. Would someone be willing to find its owner for me? See me at this ceramic store, and I'll tell you more, Lizzie. Okay. Huh, even fewer than yesterday? Maybe he gave us less work to do because he knew we were going back to Trista today. Then why did we wake up so early? It sounds about right. He's a very considerate man. The last train headed your way leaves here around 9 tonight. You get these done quickly enough, you can have dinner here before you leave. Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate your kindness. Shall we get started then? Sounds good. Looks like today's tasks are all optional. Hey, Laura, I wanted to apologize for what I said to you yesterday evening. Apologize for what? Rean. As I told you then, this is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. It is not something for which an apology is required. That's not really what I mean. I wanted to apologize for making light of the way of the sword. What I said about being a dropout who's never been able to progress past beginner level was disrespectful. Was it? I mean, it's a fact, isn't it? To Master Kafai, to the school I follow, and to the path of the sword itself. And for those reasons, I feel it was inappropriate of me to say what I said, so I'm sorry. If that's the case, then there's one other person you should be apologizing to as well. Master Kafei. Right? I can't pretend to know much about your personal circumstances, but regardless of one's background or social standing, one should always be able to live with pride in him or herself. Thus, if you truly did make light of yourself and your own abilities, that is an act of shame for which you owe yourself recompense. Oh, okay. Let me ask you a question, Rean. Do you like the path of the sword? It's not really a matter of liking it or disliking it, I don't think. It's a part of my life, an inseparable part of who I am. That's all I wanted to hear. I feel exactly the same way. Laura. So you two are friends again then? We were never not friends. We were not? There was never any rift between us that I knew about. And yet you felt the need to apologize. Indeed, this was all handled rather neatly, I felt. You're both so simple-minded. I feel like an idiot spending so much time trying to devise a plan to get the two of you to make up. What? Am I missing something? Why, you did what now? It would seem we've caused you undue concern. And jeez, can we just all forget about this and move on? Looks like the ground's dried after the rainfall, so to speak. Glad to see you all looking a bit less gloomy. Oh, Margaret, we've got trouble, big trouble. Slow down, Louise. It's first thing in the morning and you're about poised to wake the dead. You're making such a commotion. Where have you been anyway? You're late. I'm so sorry. I just got caught up on the way here. But never mind that, we have big trouble. Something terrible happened over at the market. Something terrible, you say? What terrible thing has happened exactly? Well, it sounds like it actually took place last night. 2 of the stalls over at the market were destroyed and all that merchandise was stolen. What? That is most terrible indeed. A robbery? Oh my! I suppose that means the market might be opening late today. Which means we could end up with more customers as people wait here for a resolution. Louise, let's get this place ready. You got it? Thieves, bandits? As for you four, this is our problem, not yours. You just focus on your field study and leave this incident to us locals. You have your own tasks to worry about after all. Somehow I doubt that. Of course. We'll be back later. Thanks again. Somehow we'll get involved in that. Definitely. This is too interesting to pass up on. What should we do? I have to admit, I'm curious. It's not far, so we might as well just go take a look. Alright, let's take a slight detour and see what's happening. Alright, but first, where do we need to go? The ceramics shop? Ceramic store? That's also at the market. He's just playing the violin. Joshua, any thoughts about his violin play? Oh, how sorrowful. Once peaceful hearts now have turned to wild. What? Worry not though, for I shall find the lost fragments of love. Feel free to fall for me, for it is only natural. What? What happened, lady? Excuse me, what is the meaning of this? Why won't the market open? Someone needs to fix this quickly. My silk is waiting for me. Okay, you're useless. Otto. No, Gibson. I'm sorry, the Grand Market isn't quite open for business yet. Oh, it's the students from yesterday. Good morning. Opening late today after all, I see. Afraid so. Guess you already know about the robbery last yesterday, huh? The two merchants whose stores were destroyed are still arguing about it. Is it the same people who were arguing about their permit? You bastard! You're not going to get away with this. Oh no, not them! The manager came to try and break them up, but he doesn't seem to be having much luck. I hope no one ends up getting hurt. What should we do, Rean? Why are you asking me? Maybe we could try talking to them. Considering everything that happened yesterday, you might just be the cavalry we need right now. Would you mind? Not at all. Let's go! These two again. How dare you destroy my store, you damned coward! I knew you country folk weren't to be trusted. Who else could it have been? Just come clean and admit it already. Who are you calling a coward, you Heimdallrian snob? You're the one who wanted my spot all for yourself. Calm down, gentlemen, please. Playing all innocent and trying to paint me as a bad guy here, you make me sick. What do you say we settle this right here and now? Bring it on! Hold it! What do they want to do, a fist fight? Class VII! You kids again! Keep your noses out of this. I'm going to make him pay for smashing my stall. Smashing? Yeah, it looks bad. All the wares were stolen. Wow, they really are completely ruined. This is awful. However, harming one another is not going to bring them back. In the end, they will still be smashed and you will be worse off. But this anger isn't gonna go away unless I do something. He took all my goods too, so I haven't even got anything to sell. What are you talking about? You were the one who stole my goods. Well, both of your goods were stolen. And you're gonna give them all back right now and fix the damage you did to my store, or else I can't be held responsible for my actions. That's not how the law works. I hope this isn't good. I don't think they're even listening to a word we're saying. What do we do? Stop this at once! Who's that? Oh, the army. The provincial army. What? What is the meaning of this? It's the middle of the morning. Stop this nonsense immediately. But I believe you are the one in charge here. I demand an explanation as to what has transpired. Well, you see... Explained everything? What happened? I see. The solution is simple then. Men, take them away. Wait, what? Yes, sir. What? You can't just take them away. What do you mean, take us away? 2 stores were destroyed. 2 sets of goods were stolen. The truth is as clear as day. 2 merchants, in the midst of a heated disagreement, committed the same crime at the same time. Wow. Sherlock, please. But that's not fair. Do you not think it premature to draw such a conclusion without any investigation? The provincial army doesn't have time to waste solving the petty squabbles of merchants. But I'm not an unreasonable man. Cease your dispute and you will be left alone. Continue and you come to us. With us, the choice is yours. They're trying to force both merchants to forget this ever happened, to sweep the whole ordeal under the rug. Yeah, something about this seems really wrong. Very good then. I'm sure you can agree that wasting time on shenanigans like this is detrimental to all parties involved. Wasting time? Like, who put this guy in charge even? I hope you'll think twice before causing such a ruckus ever again. Now if you'll please excuse us, I'm a busy man and have more pressing matters to attend to. That was terrible. We can all agree. There they go. Well, I guess it did stop those 2 from fighting, but they did nothing to solve the underlying problem. This isn't right. I see now how the provincial army here conducts itself. I'm sure you are both still pretty angry about this, but right now the 2 of you need to focus on keeping cool-headed. If you have the time to fight, try to use that time for something more productive instead. You'll feel a lot better. What is this advice even? Yeah, I shouldn't have let my anger take control of me like that. We can't open the grain market for business until we've cleaned up these bastard stalls, and we're already running late, so I hate to ask, but would you all mind lending me a hand? Yikes. With the help of everyone, they cleared away the rubble and the market was finally able to open. Thanks to you 4, we were able to open the Grand Market for business today a bit quicker than I'd expected. I can't even begin to tell you how grateful I am. Oh, there's no need for that, we barely did anything. I'm just glad no one got hurt. All the more reason to thank you. A merchant's stall is his livelihood. Any action taken against it can throw him into blind rage, and it's hard to bring someone back from that. It would seem the problems facing the merchants in this town are quite grave indeed. The provincial army may have intervened, but it's difficult to believe they'd make no attempts to find an amicable solution. And no attempts to find the real culprit by investigating the crime scene? Hello? Quite right. It's clearer than ever now that they have no intention of trying to resolve any issues. And I can't see that changing unless we decide to just accept the sales tax increase and keep quiet about it. Still, you'd think they'd at least be a little bit more subtle about the whole thing. There's no way these 2 merchants are just going to accept this and move on. No, I don't suppose they will. And if word gets out about this, it's not inconceivable for certain groups of people to begin boycotting the marketplace. Something definitely has to be done. I'm just not sure what. Is Something wrong, Rean? You're awfully quiet. Are you feeling unwell? Sir, I have a favor to ask. Would you consider allowing us to investigate this morning's incident? What? Are you suggesting that we attempted to find the perpetrator who destroyed the merchant stores ourselves? It's a kind offer, but as I said yesterday, this is our affair, not yours. You're students, you have your own studies to worry about, and I wouldn't feel right interfering with them. We're students training for the military, though. We can't just stand by and allow something so unjust to go unchallenged. It's the provincial army's responsibility to address this, sure, but they're shirking their duties here, and that reflects poorly on us all. Well, that's true enough, I guess. But do you really think we are up for something like this? I kind of have to wonder about that too. I mean, at the end of the day, we're just amateurs. We should at least check with Instructor Sarah first. She's already told us. Put your heads together and think, and I'm sure you'll see what you need to do. Her words. This seems like exactly the sort of thing she meant, at least it does to me. Oh. I see your point. Perhaps matters such as this may fall under the scope of our field study after all. Yeah, you do make a good case. I'm still not sure we're up to it, but I guess it can't hurt to try. Neither seek nor shun the fight. Very well, we shall do what we can. Are you really sure about this? I'm certainly not going to say no. I'm very concerned. So if you're 100% sure, I have to admit I truly would appreciate it. Thank you, sir. We'll do everything in our power to find answers. Just be careful. Don't go seeking out trouble. Don't want you kids being put in danger. We're dealing with a criminal who acts under the cover of night. He may be capable of a lot more than just thievery and vandalism. Remember, I'm responsible for your safety. If anything were to happen to you, I couldn't even look Van Dyke in the eye anymore. We'll be careful. We promise. I know I will, at least. I probably need to be more careful than anyone else here. Now that that's settled, should we act quickly? We should act quickly. Yeah, let's get this investigation started. Yikes, my voice. So, first things first, we need to decide where to start investigating. The logical starting point would be the Grand Market itself, the scene of the crime. Can't argue with that. We should probably get statements from these two merchants before anything else. Indeed. Oh, indeed. I anticipate they've calmed themselves by now, so perhaps we can get something a bit more substantial from them. We still have to ascertain their innocence or guilt in the matter as well. We'll need to keep a close eye on the time, though. If we miss the last train toward Heimdall, we have no way of getting back to the academy today. Plus, we've been given other tasks too, and I'd really like to get them done. In short, we need to keep moving. Our deadline is 9 PM. Let's use every minute we have. Understood. You bet. Right. I do feel like I can't do Elisa's voice much longer, I'm afraid. So, let's... Oh, we have to ask everyone. Oh, you're Lizzie! Wait, you're the ceramics shop. Okay. You found a wallet? Excuse me, would you happen to be Lizzie? That's correct. Does that make you the students from Thors who the market manager said would be coming then? Yep, that's us. Came to see you about the request you sent in. Could you explain the situation? Of course. I happened to come across someone's wallet by my store yesterday, you see. I kept it with me in the hopes that they would come pick it up, but no one's come to claim it. As such, I'd like to ask you all for your help in delivering it back to its owner. Would you be able to do that for me? We'd be happy to help. Thank you. Here's the wallet that I found then. We'll be sure to take good care of it. Take good care of it. I assume that you've already inspected the contents. I did, correct. Unfortunately, there wasn't anything inside that could help identify the owner. What exactly was inside it anyway? Well, naturally there was Mira in it. Like, a lot of Mira. This isn't just chump change we're talking about. The only other thing was a train ticket to Heimdallr that's scheduled for tonight. Tonight? It sounds like the owner is a fairly well-off traveler then. There's not much we can do with that as our only lead though. I believe the train ticket is potentially our best lead. Yeah, but what should we do with it? Should we go and ask at the station? Yeah, considering it's for a train that leaves tonight, I imagine the owner is frantically searching for it. Which means they might have already been to the station themselves. Let's head over to the station then. Sorry for the trouble, but I'm counting on you for this. Okay. Well, let's look around here first then. Oh wow, look at this. This is terrible. Oh my god. Even though it's the store on the back, someone robbed this place with purpose, I feel. I mean, there are so many stores in the front of the market. Why would the robbers go all the way to the back to just steal from this particular one? Doesn't make sense, right? I mean, it might make sense to rob this place because it's the first store, or it's like the front store, the first store you see, right? And to think, I was ecstatic to finally participate in a famous Celtic Grand Market. What did I do to deserve this? Excuse me? You! I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to see me acting like that. I hope you can forgive me for my inappropriate behavior. He seems really down. It's quite understandable. He's a merchant in a busy market, unable to do business. So, what brings you here? Did you need something from me? Well, actually... Okay, we explained everything. You were investigating? That's right, and we'd really appreciate it if you could answer a few questions. You may be able to help us find the true culprit. I suppose it can't hurt. It's better than doing nothing, at least. You don't have to sound so pessimistic. Well, can you blame me? You're just students at an academy. You're not exactly ace detectives. Have you not heard about Thors, really? That is true, but we're still determined to find out who did this. We may even be able to recover your goods. Cooperating with us could prove quite fruitful. Okay, fine. I never said I wouldn't help you, did I? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say though. It's not like I saw anything worth mentioning. You didn't? As soon as I made sure my store was ready to open, I left everything set up and went home. The other merchants around here can vouch for that. Guess I shouldn't have left the stall unattended though. By the time I got in, it was too late. The deed had been done. But you can't also leave an attendant here for the whole night, can you? So by morning, the store had already been destroyed and your goods stolen? Come to think of it, what goods were stolen exactly? Oh, I have a sample with me actually. What the heck is this? A bracelet? An accessory? Is this a brand that's popular in the capital? been a real hit lately, yeah. I was hoping to bring the fat here by selling them at the market. But this is the only one I have left now. I dread to think just how much money I lost in one single night. Do you have insurance? Is there a thing called insurance here? That damn coward sabotaging my business. It's much too early to be jumping to conclusions. Do you have any evidence that proves his culpability? No, but he's clearly the prime suspect. He was so against the idea of taking turns, he decided he'd destroy my store altogether. I just know it. I'm going to get him to give me my goods back, no matter what it takes. Yeah, but his store was also destroyed. I mean, don't you think it's suspicious? Please, try to stay calm. You do know that if you cause any more trouble, the provincial army really will arrest you, right? Thank you, Elliot. Yeah, I know, but it's a matter of justice. I can't just act like nothing ever happened. It's wrong on general principle. I agree. I'm begging you, please get my goods back, whatever it takes. Well, I can't promise success, but I swear to you we'll do everything we can. That much I can promise. I think that's everything. Let's try questioning the other one. That is sad. What the hell am I supposed to do now? Excuse me. I'm sorry to bother you, but could we have a moment of your time? You're those kids from that military academy, right? What do you want from me? I've got nothing to sell you, obviously. Even if I did have something to sell, I've got no place to sell it. I'm basically ruined. And to top it all off, the provincial army and the other damned merchant are acting like I'm the one who did it. He's not taking this very well, is he? Hard to blame him, but we need to see if he knows anything. Well, you see. We explained everything. You're investigating this mess, huh? Okay. Doesn't sound convinced at all. Would you consider cooperating with us? Sure, why not? Not getting my hopes up, as I'm sure you can understand, but hell, I've got nothing left to lose. Not exactly a vote of confidence. Hey, he's willing to cooperate. Let's say we cut him some slack. So, about last night, at the time the incident actually happened. Last night, huh? I don't know how much help I can be, if that's what you're asking about here. See, I left the market right after arguing with that merchant yesterday, and I didn't come back until this morning. I stayed over at the friend's place. Another merchant just got pissed drunk and ranted at him all night. And you're certain of this? Positive. Ask my friend if you don't believe me, he'll back me up. I wandered over here with an awful hangover this morning, and what I found gave me a hell of a start. My whole stall in shambles. And as if that weren't bad enough, all the processed foods I was going to sell were just gone, without a trace. So I guess what's stolen were all processed foods. That's right, nuts, cheese, bacon, all foods that have a long shelf life, made with local ingredients. Seeing all my stuff gone really sobered me up. It was like I hadn't been drinking at all. And that's when I went over to that fool's stall to make him pay for it. Why did you go straight to him? Because he was the one who did it, of course. He smashed my stall so he could have that spot all to himself. But that doesn't make any sense. If Heinz did it then why was his stall destroyed too? He must have done that to himself. Probably figured if he destroyed his own stall, no one would believe he could be the responsible. I don't know. That seems pretty unlikely. It's a bit excessive. While I understand your frustration, baseless accusations do no one any favors and only cloud the true issue. But it's so frustrating. I've lost so much money because of this, I might have to shut up shop for good. That is bad. If I could at least get my goods back, maybe I could salvage enough to stay afloat, but what are the odds of that? None of the other merchants saw anybody do anything, and the provincial army sure ain't about to help. I'm finished, pure and simple. All the hard work I've put into getting this far, and this is how the dream ends for me? Well, I'll be honest, I'm not sure how much we'll actually be able to do for you. Rean, don't say that! But we do everything in our power to help you find some form of closure. Helpful? So cheer up, okay? I do appreciate that, but again, I ain't about to get my hopes up. Good luck, though. That's all the two victims have to say, it seems. What does everybody think? I can't be sure, but I really don't think either of them is responsible. Both merchants certainly have adequate motive to damage the other's stall, but the chance of both committing the same crime on the same night without crossing paths is virtually nil. It's not impossible that they were just out to steal each other's merchandise, but I don't believe that's what happened. Both of them have alibis confirming that they were somewhere else when the crime took place. I'm inclined to agree. I just can't see either of these merchants being responsible. So we're going to have to look elsewhere. Where though? I mean, who could it possibly have been? It's impossible to say right now. We don't have any solid leads. We know who the culprit wasn't. But how are we supposed to start narrowing down who it was? The market itself seems unlikely to produce any further clues, so we should focus our attention elsewhere. Actually, there is one thing that's been bugging me. There's one group of people involved in this whole situation and whose actions don't seem to make any sense. Maybe if we can work out the reasoning behind their strange behavior, we can come one step closer to finding our culprit. Whom did you mean? I'm talking about... What group's actions don't seem to make sense here? I think... the provincial army for sure, right? But they just want them to agree to the tax increase. The provincial army, right? Maybe they did that because they want them to agree to the tax increase by sowing some fear. By sowing fear, maybe they can get them to just agree for protection and stuff. I don't know. The provincial army. They haven't done a thing to try and solve this crime despite it happening right under their noses. And that begs the question, why not? The market manager said they're refusing to fulfill their role due to the tax issue, which means the provincial army should refuse to intervene in quarrels within the market as well. If that's the case, then why did they come and intervene this morning? Now that you mention it, that really doesn't make any sense. Maybe they were making such a big ruckus that they were really annoyed, I don't know. Their methods were atrocious, but the fact is they brought that dispute to an end almost instantly. They did get involved. Yeah, one minute they're refusing to do anything, then the next they're taking a stand. I mean, they didn't do anything, to be fair. It's definitely suspicious. My point exactly, there's definitely something unnatural. And since we have no other leads, what do you say we go to the army's guardhouse and take a look around? We might be able to learn something from it. But we're not allowed in there though. That may be worth an attempt. The guardhouse isn't too far from here either. Let's head on over and see what we can find out. Well, but we want to do all the stuff first, probably. Let's go to the station first.